Hello, this is a very short series on some GM tips. The first tip, and probably the best tip I have ever learned, was telling your players yes. Now, as a GM, you often think you have to tell your players no, because you have to put the constraints on the story, which is true, you do. But when a player wants to do something that doesn't affect the other players, say yes if you can. For example, if a player wants to create a character that just throws pots, and that's their attack and their heals and all of that, why not? So I did this for a player. He wanted to be the man of pots. Apparently it was a riff off of an Elden Ring character or build. I'm not quite sure. I am just starting Elden Ring. And I thought about it and I was like, I think we can do this. And I racked my brain for a couple days on how to manage it. What we ended on was a wild magic sorcerer. So he did a character creation as normal, and then we gave it that flavor of a character that's got a leather pouch that pulls pots out and throws them, and 10% of the time he gets the wrong pot. Yeah, we did upgrade to 10% instead of 5% where normal wild magic is. This did not affect or hurt any of the other players, and it worked out great. I was even able to put in the wild magic and all of the flavor into Roll20 when we played online. So this was an example of me saying yes, the player being extraordinarily happy, and now we've actually played 3 different sessions with this character, and it's gone over really well. So if you have a player who wants to do something different, before you say no, make sure you can give it a try to say yes, and if you're able to, and it doesn't add to toxicity at the table, doesn't end up ruining the enjoyment of other players, then say yes. A caveat, some players are new and saying yes will really slow down the game. And so this is what I mean by affecting the other players. So say you've got a character and for some reason they want to add something that maybe has more items or spells that they need to keep track of. And it's going to take a lot of time and effort on both the GM and the player. If you don't have a player who's up for that, then tell them no. Try to compromise with them though and say, hey, how about you play a traditional wizard and we'll, add this flavor. It might be helpful to bring them in and give them ideas instead of just saying no and then letting it be. And another example for this, I had a character where I was following rules as written in the player's handbook. And I created a paladin level 4 or 5, I don't remember, who could attack up to 3 times in a single turn because he was using a spear and had a polearm mastery feat that he picked up at level 4 and was a paladin with a certain fighting stance. I don't even remember the exact details. It's on my Patreon if you want to check it out. And the DM didn't like it. He thought it was going to be overpowered. It was rules as written. I didn't even add anything flavor-wise. So sometimes a DM will say no just to have the power trip. And it really affects the players. I didn't go back to his table because I played 1 session with him and it was pretty obvious. He just wanted to control. He wanted to tell his story, which is fine, but he didn't want to leave room for us to tell our story. We'll go write a book then, right? So D&D, other tabletop RPGs, the best thing you can do is say yes, let the players say what they want to do and how you can help them. With this, you can create a vibrant story with backstories and story that the DM comes up with and characters that mesh and grow together. And that is collaborative storytelling at its best. Thanks for hanging out. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. Really help me out. Or comment. I don't know. I'm still new to this YouTube thing. Appreciate you though.